Hi, my name is Jason Ammerman. I am a poet. I've been asked to perform for you this evening, and sadly I cannot be there in person, but I believe in this cause. I believe in our people. I believe in our safety. So I wanted to be a part of this in some way, shape, or form. So here I am on video. I want to share some work with you. This first piece is a poem from my forthcoming collection called Harvest. This is called A Song for Baby. I would have been lucky if I could have just fallen in love so easily. A stone rolling down the side of a mountain, gathering fellow stones to build into a boulder, with momentum moving faster into an avalanche, flattening entire ghost towns. My fingers are broken from trying on wedding bands. My back is a river under the skin here. My head is holding inside the crazy that is pointed out here. The conversation is left of you and me sipping tea in silence. I would have been honest if I could have just told you quietly that falling in love with you is a subtle tempest, growing out of soothing clouds above our heads. They say that wisdom is part experience and part knowledge. My laughter is joyous refuse, to cast out as any old Tuesday here. My hands are predatory weapons, to pacify on one-night stand Fridays here. My voice is a manic, murderous rampage to embrace loneliness on Mondays here. The conversation is left of you and I sipping tea in silence. Where have all of our dances gone? We two twirling into midnight. What of all the promises broken, the caresses of our apocalypses, meeting on the corner of Gog and Magog to talk, to dance, to smile, to welcome falling skies, with chicken littles hiding inside of our kisses? We are afraid to be who we are. A purple scarf to keep your neck warm, a Christmas tree to hold my gaze of 5 years old. I would have been lucky if I could have just fallen in love so easily. With you, it is a masterful stroke, love. At the tip of God's finger, before the discard of the rough draft of the poem written, the mold of your voice, it calls me baby, you call me baby, you sing me baby, you dance me baby, and I am dizzy. The room spins, trip me like this, baby, I tell you. I would have been simple if I could have just sung the revelations left of me and my creativity. My stuttering is an indication of selfish motives to love you like I mean to change the world with only one word. But we are still here, and my tongue is swollen, my sweet nothings muted to just nothings. My wild is spent foraging for a bandage to heal this scarred heart. My breath is short, my veins are showing in my earlobes. The conversation is left of you and me sipping tea in silence. A song echoing through my inner ear, leaving me breathless, leaving me a husk of a man. Thank you. This is about boundaries, building them, tearing them down, building them up again, much in the same vein as faith. Cutting trees. Chopin could never have been a logger. His hands were too soft to wrap chains around the trunks of trees, but his fingertips were solid, like reptile skin. A dinosaur circling the piano like prey, ready to rip away the ivories, the ebonies, everything. His cocoon is logical. His truth is speculative. Pounding out the tone, eroding the wood of the keys down to the nubs, leftover of beauty and skinning and urban expansion. We have no more countryside to ogle at, as if we were really in love with it in the first place. Bony and wasting time on guys like Chopin, hiding love within no progression, to the point that a heart attack would seem a vacation. Travelers flock to where the sidewalks are shiny, reflecting skulls as pointy. Chopin has calluses, and they are repetitive dioramas of history. But the action of cutting down trees is one of toil. The clock on the wall tick-tocking into infinity, into modern music, sneaking in treats to fill the belly full of rehabbed revolution, wiping away the stain of disrespect. You see, there are no punks allowed here. Not unless those punks want to slam dance and slam rants from world leaders. Those punks are the nails in the coffins lining the gutters of the city streets, full of funky artistic endeavors wrapped in swaddling poetry to keep them warm on their journey, seeking out paradise or at the very least, enlightenment. Buddha never wanted to be a logger. His piece was too beautiful to share with Western philosophy, but his anger found a home on the front page news, where this person hurts that person in a ragged attempt to find God hidden inside of a gym bag full of dirty clothes. So we forget Buddha and we curse Chopin. Our little bodies rediscovering radicalism, our fists are raised, our minds are sick and tired of being pissed off at a world where this is what happens to you when you take away the trees. You took away our trees, man. Their carbon dioxide expulsions, their feel-good conversation, their leaves rebirthing themselves like small phoenixes, changing the seasons. Sometimes it moves me to lose my faith in humanity. I liken it to losing hope within myself, pitying myself so hardcore, so aesthetically pleasing, that I weep for the trees. The trees sing to me from miles away. They are the rational expression that we long to breathe, even when we cut ourselves down in hours so that we may feel more productive. The trees are there to let us know that we don't have to feel useless, that we are artisans. And damn it, as we stand here in empty fields, staring down a graveyard of deciduous beings, we pay the price for iconic convenience. For we lost Chopin, and we ignore Buddha. We forsake birthdays, and we crumble epistemology. We know nothing, we believe in nothing. When we align faith into a punchline, trying to liven up a serious lecture, and we get bored, so bored, that we cut down our trees, labeling them ancient eyesores, and blaming them for the wickedness in man. Okay, this is a collection of poems that was inspired by the song Highway Patrolman by Bruce Springsteen. In the song, he talks about an old standard called Night of the Johnstown Flood, and it prompted me to do some research on that song. And of course, it's about Johnstown, Pennsylvania, and the story behind Johnstown, Pennsylvania is tragic, but they are still standing after several bad turns over the past century and some odd. So it prompted me to write this because many people consider it a ghost town, but there's still people living there and they're fighting to keep it on the map. So here it is, To a Ghost Town. And it's a longer poem, so I'm going to read excerpts. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but you'll get the gist. And it starts out with like little quotes from the Bible. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. We gave up on your wars, your freedoms, your funeral bells toll. We gave up on your worship, your churches, your transparency, your water, your fire, your wind, your earth's crumble. We gave up on your safety, your innovation, your future, your grains of soil, your tempting water molecules. We gave up on your tithing, your drunkenness. We gave up on your mud. We come here to pray. Our Father, wash this place, cleanse it. It seems that industry is cathartic. Just one bridge makes one bride to say yes to promise. The further we travel, a precipice juts out of catastrophe. We gave up on your love, your hate, your guilt. We gave up on your pale horse, your coffins, your wine. We gave up on your miracles, your songs, your trees, your sobriety, your soliloquy hushed. We gave up on finding ourselves, on finding the divine. We gave up on modernization, stylish cowboys, childlike tornadoes. We gave up on your parties, where your prayers would sing of days where wood-beamed parlors received giants. Now we pray. Our Father, regale us with days where congregations praised old Ireland refrains to handle serpents upon arrival, spiriting away the road not taken. It was never that wide in the first place. Our main street goes down without a fight. Our schoolhouse collapses under slate boards. Our breadwinners no longer sweat. We gave up on your never to happen to us. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Our dams have broken. Waters rush to wash away our skin. We live padded and pressed upon Father's failures. We live this story, classic by biblical proportions. It is a tragedy by country dirges sung. We have survived to tell of our homes, splintered 2x4s, to mumble our dreams, sopped with whiskey. A rich man's parlor full of laughter, mocks, all of us holding count with the band. Sons and daughters dance their last dance. We live while we weep over those who have been lost, their bodies comforted through farewells. Yes, we have widened the road to travel. We live to tighten the bows across our stolen apples. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Soon, we will come out on the other side of this. There will be a neighborhood that calls upon the horns of angels to vibrate windowsills, skins leathered and stretched over muscle. Your grandchildren are scrupulous. They will speak, telling us of how it was all done wrong. They say that they dance when they should have swayed, letting their hymns brush the dust from the wooded floors of churches, shouting out, Hosanna. The old spirituals have become the future. To starve, to lift mankind high toward the right hand of God left vacant by our arrogance. To understand God means to never need God, they say. Soon, there will be a spirit carried through the night air, crisp and agonizing over which door to peer through, to watch over, to see us grow. But they will not know that we have given up on that growth. Our factories are filled with the children of children of children of survivors, working overtime, falling over, out of breath, dirty faces. We love them. Or at least we say we do. We have given up on their tiny atrophied appendages, working for what is expected as handouts for dollars for food or rot-gut realization that this town is dying again. And we will sing this evangel, knowing every politician to be a devil, gazing down upon that damned earth that we stand upon. Soon we will fight, fists replacing currency as blackjacks, blood spattering the grains of soil. You never easily forget loss. You never easily forget loss as easily as you forget the sandwich placard slogans. We will fight for what is ours. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness filled. We need to remember our God wherever we go. Remember the souls of our perpetrators as they meet their Maker. Remember the neighborhoods crushed under our feet. Remember that our God is actual, like DNA. That family trees are uprooted by twice removed brothers and sisters. Remember that those brothers and sisters leave without turning around. Remember that their world was stolen by the captains of industry. Remember the black and white photographs to be skin and bones. The romance of organizational war. Pull away hands that choke. Remember corporate growth as fire and brimstone. Remember the reverend preaching atonement for warriors are destined to become angels. Remember the laughing babies, clumsy in their emotions. Remember the pratfalls personifying this town's 9 lives. Remembering this haunted history, so freshly scarred. Remember the next battle, for the adieus expressed will be short. Remember that exorcism is not only for priests, it is for us as well. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for getting your shot. Now we can tell everyone that we all have our shots. Side joke, sorry. But it is important. It is important that we come out on the other side of this to find some type of normalcy. We're close. We're very, very close. And I see it every day when I go outside and I see smiles on faces of people who haven't seen their families, their friends, complete strangers in almost a year, thanks to a vaccination. This is no different than the flu vaccine, except that this is the first time we could have easily repeated something that happened a lifetime and a half ago that only very few of us in our world have seen. So thank you. Go out and get your shots. Get your vaccine. Let's come out on the other side.